What is up, guys? Sawcasm here, and today we're going to be playing some Heroes of the Storm, playing as Thrall, the melee assassin, and we're going to be going for a Windfury based build. In my opinion, pretty much the only viable way to build him at the moment. There are a couple of other variations, and of course, a couple of options you do have when looking at your talents, but in my opinion, this general Windfury build is definitely the way to go on Thrall currently for survivability and damage. So let's get right into a quick match.
Glory to the Horde!
Okay guys, after the longest loading screen ever and a bunch of disconnects, I don't know what the heck is going on, we're finally in a game on the Haunted Mines. We're gonna hopefully head top, maybe go for a 4-1 lane comp, but apparently in quick match people hate doing that, even though I think it's a pretty solid strategy, but of course there are variations. This game with the lanes are very fluid, and I do like that about it. So let's go over our skills real quick. Our Q is Chain Lightning. Use it on a single target and it spreads out the lightning, does damage to 2 nearby enemies. Feral Spirit, send it out, does a little bit damage, stuns, and Windfury, which is what we're going to be basing our build around. It increases movement speed and gives you, faster attack speed. So this is going to be what we're basing our build around. It's going to help us do a lot of damage. Going to add some utility with the talents we take up. And yeah, so overall it's just going to be really good. So ironically, the first thing we're going to be taking is, well, not ironically, but we're going to be taking Rabid Wolves, which gives more Frost Wolf resilience, which is our passive, which is going to help us stay alive. Basically what our passive does is grants 1 stack of the passive every time you use a, is it attack or ability? Okay, ability, sorry. Thought it was attack and ability for a second, but just ability. So every time you use an ability, you get a stack. When you get 4 stacks over here, or 5 stacks, which you see here, it actually, the fail stuns! Okay, Asmodan and Nazeebo. This is going to be the most ridiculous pushing composition ever, but it's only 2 of them and 3 of us, so we'll see how this goes. But they're still going to be able to do a ton of pushing power, a ton of siege damage, so I'm not going to play too aggressive. Apparently my team doesn't want to follow up, but it's all good. So I'm just going to play my team space. And, stun? Okay, well, couldn't really follow up. So I got to be really careful about when I use my stuns and stuff like that. So yeah, it brings up, our passive gives us a little bit of survivability. The problem with Thrall is that he is quite a squishy character. He's a melee assassin, he's not a melee warrior. He is an assassin, but his survivability all comes from his Frost Wolf resilience, which you need to be attacking to use it, and you need to be using your abilities in action. So if you get locked down with CC or anything like that, it's going to be very, very tough for you to stay alive, and you're just pretty much going to be melted by the enemies. So it's just really something to be careful of. Another thing to be careful of is this huge minion wave that Asmodan it keeps producing, and Arthas is yelling at his teammate, or our teammate, to head. Oh my goodness, that was the craziest sneeze of destiny. Oh my goodness. I think I'm allergic to Asmodan. But yeah. Nazeebo getting a little bit low. I've been trying to do some damage to her. Gonna Windfury up, see if I could take her out, but Asmodan doing a good job on that body block. That is one of the benefits of those big guys, those big, burly, hefty boys. The big characters such as Asmodan. It's kind of like an added bonus passive that they don't really actually put down, and that is that you could actually body block for people, and I know that a lot of people know you can block people, but they don't use it effectively, in my opinion. Where'd my team go? I thought I had buddies follow me, and there's a NPC Thrall here, so that's unfortunate. I really don't like when people leave games, because then even if I win, I just don't feel happy about that win. So, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna not kill him now, because then he's gonna come back, and then they're gonna take over. So we're gonna Windfury up right here. Gonna chase his Nazeebo down. I probably should have saved the mana for my stun there, but it looks like my team wasn't following up anyway. So we're gonna head over to these flowers, see if they're trying to take him. It looks like they're not. So the next talent we're gonna be taking is the Frost Wolf Resilience. Also restores mana. Just gonna add a little bit more sustained and survivability overall to our skill set. And in the long run, you'll see when we start picking up Windfury talents how this really, really will start to help us. So Tassadar being a little bit not careful at all, so it looks like we're going to be able to take Nazeebo and Tassadar out of position as they try to get that flower camp. Nazeebo almost escaping with barely 1 HP, and what the heck is this Zagara doing? And Thrall coming in a little bit late into the mines. We are able to scare them off and hopefully get this golem now. The problem I see all the time with uncoordinated teams such as possibly this team here. I don't know. I'm not saying these guys are bad or it's just a quick match. You know, I'm not communicating with these guys. When going for bosses, a lot of times people will kill like 2 people and then the other team has 2 people dead. So everyone's like, boss, 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 we gotta go to the boss. Meanwhile, say we're all at half health like we are now. This is a pretty good example, actually. And then if they would come in with the 3 people, possibly wipe us, and then take the boss with all the damage we already started from them on the boss. So that's really something you need to be careful about, especially when you're not so sure of your teammates and just everything's a little iffy. Not that I'm blaming my team for anything, because they're doing a really good job so far. I'm just saying the uncoordination from playing solo in a quick match can be very dangerous, and a lot of people don't understand that. I think that hit him as he went invisible. So looks like Arthas is going to be defending the bottom as we are going to be pushing with our golem, even though ours is a little bit down. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Ours is a little bit worse. I don't know why I said down. But we do have Malfurion healing us up. Oh yeah, by the way, let's go over the teams. Arthas, myself, Thrall, Zagara, Malfurion, Sylvanas against Nazeebo, Azmodan, Thrall, Tassadar, and Kerrigan. Now the really good thing about the team comps right here is that we have a healer. They don't. That it could give us a potential huge advantage. So hopefully we are able to take advantage of that huge advantage. oh, Tassadar, what the heck are you doing, pal? Well, he's not my pal. That's my enemy, but whatever. Okay, so the ironic part here, and this actually is an ironic part, unlike before, is we are pushing the hell out of Azmodan. I know it's like 6 million people here versus 1, but yeah. So the next talent we're going to be taking is Wind Shear, which will reduce Windfury's cooldown, which I'll show you. This is the start of the Windfury build, boys. Windfury is amazing for taking out Siege, amazing for PvP, pretty much just a great skill overall. It can do a ton of burst damage, something that Thrall is very good at because you have the obviously the stun to lock them down, then you have the chain lightning and the Windfury. So the burst damage is there. It's there. It's really, I don't think he's like one of the best characters, but he's a good character right now. He's in a good place, I think. And yeah, a lot of fun to play. One of my favorites. Well, I don't know about that. But one of my favorite melee assassins, at least, because I'm more of a ranged guy, kind of, but I do enjoy playing all the characters in general, and I think they did do a really good job on the character design in general. We're just pushing the heck out of their turret here, and I think we're doing a little bit better job than the other team is, even though we just took up a little bit of a level lead. Oh, no, sorry, oh, excuse me, they actually took up a little bit of a level lead. So we're going to head back, it looks like, as we are getting really low. Sylvanas wants to get in a few more Qs because they're free mana before she goes back because she's super greedy. But it looks like their push is finally done over here as well. Pretty much the same time we did get their golem down a little bit before they got ours down, so that is really good. I'm going to head up here and take out these siege minions before they destroy my tower. Hey, it's my tower! Get the heck out of here! My tower! Don't touch those. Okay, sorry about that. I'm very protective of my towers, as you see here. Okay, what the heck is this Thrall doing? Did he really just trap himself? This Thrall just trapped himself right here. Oh my god, this is amazing! He's just standing still. I'm just body block. This is exactly what I was talking about, the body block. However, it looks like the enemy Tassadar is coming in with the... Oh my goodness! Okay, thank you, Malfurion, saving me. Saving my life. I'm gonna toss out our ult Earthquake here, and no, sorry, not Earthquake. What the heck am I talking about? Hold on. I'm just in the middle of a team fight right now, and I can't think. That was my bad. It's definitely not Earthquake. It's Sundering. I think Sundering Strike. Oh no, just Sundering? Okay, well, it's just called Sundering apparently. I thought it was called Sundering Strike or like that. But basically what it does is send out a line. It's kind of like a big version of the Feral Spirit. It's a longer version of that. It sends out a line that does damage. Kind of splits the people where the line goes. So it's not like if it hits them here, some people go here, some people go here. So it's not like it just hits them and it stuns them. It also does a good chunk of damage, 400 damage in an AoE, could potentially hit the whole team. So that's for 8, 12, 16, 20 damage. I can't think while I play. So yeah, not bad damage at all. And looks like we have 3v2 fight, 4v2 fight coming up at the top. Sorry, 4v3 fight as Kerrigan just comes in. I'm going to see if I can do something aggressive here. However, that was a completely overextension on my part. I made a huge mistake there. I honestly, I didn't really... What the heck am I saying? I knew my team wasn't going to follow up. I was just playing really stupid there. That was just 100% my fault. And I think that blaming my team would be the complete wrong decision here because I would not improve that way. And that's what I'm trying to do. You know, my videos aren't to say, oh, I'm the best player. Here's exactly what you should do to get this wonderful score. But, you know, I would say I'm an above average player. considering all the playtime I've spent in so many freaking MOBAs and so many games like that. So yeah, but you know, I'm above average player, and I am just sharing my experience and my gameplay with you guys. You could take whatever you will from these videos. I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm not saying you have to use my build. I'm not saying you have to take my advice. It's all suggestions at this point. You can do what you will. So I'm going to check the golem pretty much always as I pass by there as Asmodan looks like he's going to get caught out. However, their whole team is here. Going to use my Sundering to split up the enemies as Tassadar is using his Force Wall to also split us up, which I would argue that Force Wall is the much weaker of the two ults for Tassadar, even though they both, or I think it did just get a buff, but I still think it's pretty weak from my experience, just from playing Tassadar and trying him out. I definitely don't think that Force Wall is nearly as good. I know they did reduce the cast time, which is one of the big problems with it before, but still I don't think it's as good as Archon form, which is crazy. So anyway, the next talent that we're going to be taking is Grace of Air, which allows Windfury, once again back to this Windfury build, give us double the amount of resilience, which is our passive. So just like overall it's going to make us more survivable completely, and because we took up the mana passive for the resilience that will also give us mana, that means that we're going to be getting back a lot of mana, a lot of HP, overall a lot of sustain. We're going to be able to stay in fights a lot longer hopefully, and Thrall is more of a late game hero, so don't expect to do well. Well, I shouldn't say don't expect to do well early on, but don't expect your best plays to be coming early from early Thrall plays. You know, you really need to build them up and get these traits before he starts becoming good. So you kind of have to hold on tight. And if you are playing in like a late game comp, that is, I would say ideal, because once you start getting all this stuff, he actually can do a ton of damage. Looks like my team is being super aggressive here. I'm not sure why, considering they are having, well, their golem is pushing really hard. Sylvanas able to get away with her Banshees, so that is good. It looks like they are going all in pretty much. They're just going balls to the wall, as Zagara's ultimate is not going to be able to keep her up. Sorry, Kerrigan. I don't know why the heck I said Zagara, but luckily Sylvanas is able to dive in there and get the triple kill on all three of the overextending enemies. So awesome play on not only my team, but also Sylvanas, who is on my team, but I mean not only my team in general. But dodge that, get away from me. Okay, so no, my tower, who I'm super protective of, and these guys are pushing up once. Whoa, the Earthquake from Thrall. That's the other ultimate that you could get, that little ring AoE that was slowing my team. You could get the Earthquake. It's kind of like a supporty, I would say, ultimate, or sorry, heroic ability. I really have to get used to saying heroic ability, but it's more of a supporty thing, whereas Sundering is more of a, I would say, a tank initiating thing, because you can, oh, what's going on here, pals? Yeah, because it's a really good initiation, does a pretty good chunk of damage, and you can use it from pretty good far range, so you don't really need to be close to use it, but at the same time, okay, so it looks like my team doesn't want to fight here, I think, and we're just going to let them have that. Unfortunately, I think we could have been a little bit more aggressive there and probably could have taken out a couple of them, but I'm just going to use the Sundering just to escape. I saw Tassadar extremely low health. It is unfortunate that we weren't able to take her out, but it is a girl, right? Yeah, it's a girl. I looked under her skirt. It definitely is a girl. But yeah, so Tassadar still hanging around. I'm not sure why. He is really low. He does have that shield, so he does have a good survivability along with his E skill, which allows him to go completely invisible and stealth for a couple of seconds. And yeah, obviously it's a great escape, considering actually he also, I believe he turns invincible completely. Not only invisible, but also invincible in the sense that you can't even hit him if you saw him with an AoE, whereas like Nova or a different stealth character, if you see them and you use an AoE, Asmodan again with the great body block. I was gonna say the big body block. That would have been hilarious because he has a big body, but yeah, so we're gonna have to back up here because they do have, maybe not. My team apparently doesn't like backing up, doesn't like the idea of backing up. And what the heck are you doing, Sylvanas? Sylvanas going completely balls deep. He's going AWOL. What are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Are you insane? Are you crazy, Sylvanas? Sylvanas is absolutely insane. But yeah, this is not a fight that we want to be in, considering the mines are up, and really what we want is to be getting the flowers. I'm going to be staying here just to try to help my team, you know, because here's the thing about play calls and stuff like that. a bunch of people doing a bad play call, like everyone, the whole team, in my opinion, following through with a bad play call is better than half the team doing something that is quote-unquote the best play and half the team doing something that is quote-unquote the worst play at the time, which obviously the game isn't so linear like that. It's not like, oh, there's always one decision that's the best thing. There are times when that is the case, but not always. So the next talent we're going to be taking as we heal up 4 mana is the Tempest Fury, which is going to pretty much top off the Windfury trait build a little bit until we get level 20, the Nexus Frenzy. But yes, the final attack on the 3 Windfury attack is gonna be doing not triple damage, but 75% damage of a regular attack 3 times on the 3rd one. So it's a good bonus chunk of damage, and you get a lot out of it, a lot of value for that. So Thrall seemingly wanting to duel me here. However, he's extremely low health, but I know his team is really close, so I'm sure that's why he was so comfortable fighting me here. However, my team is coming in, so I am going to charge back and see, well, knock him off his mount, see what's going on over here, check out the business. It looks like he's using his Earthquake relatively carefree. Just throw that out there, and it looks like Chain Lightning. I thought I got the Chain Lightning out and killed them out, but I didn't. And my team comes in, gets 2 kills. I am able to finish off the Zagara, and it looks like we are able to get this free boss. Exactly what I was talking about before in terms of the team not being able to communicate and finish off the boss when they should. However, Zagara says the ability is so effing annoying, effing Thrall. Well, that's my brother Thrall he's talking about. Please don't talk about my brother like that. I don't feel like typing that right now, but Zagara, if you're watching this, which I don't even know who you are, so there's like a 96.78 plus 2% chance that you're not watching this video ever in your entire lifetime. But if you do watch this, Zagara, don't make fun of my Thrall brother like that, you weird alien guy. Okay, so we're going to have to defend this golem considering theirs is huge and our core is exposed. So we're just going to have to really do everything we can to hold this thing off. And if we do hold it off, we could actually be in a pretty good position. Zagara, I don't know why, I really question that decision making because that really limited our time to be able to DPS this down. And in turn, they kind of got a little bit of a, not a head start, but a little bit of a stall in terms of taking down our golem, whereas we're gonna have to spend a little bit more time than maybe we would have before. We could have got those, could have got this golem down a couple of seconds before. But, it is what it is. We still have the core at 100% health, although our shields are getting really, really low, so I want to be super careful about that. Well, I just realized I was sitting in, like, the most uncomfortable position all game. I don't know if you ever do that where you just sit in like completely uncomfortable position, then all of a sudden you realize it and you're like, why was I doing this all my life? Except it's not all my life. I just mean for one game, but why was I doing this? So looks like I can throw out a Sundering here. I'm gonna do it, not even hitting Thrall. Pretty bad ult on my part. To be honest, I thought I was gonna be able to at least hit Thrall and initiate, but it is what it is. It looks like the team fight has broke out anyway. Gargantuan coming out from the Nazeebo, who, once again, the lesser of the 2 good ults in my opinion. But if these guys want to use the less good ults, then less good. That's the worst sentence structure ever, the worst grammar. And sentence structure, once again, that's another terrible grammar. But why is this guy using Earthquake all the time on me, my brother? I thought we were brothers, as these minions are doing a ton of damage on me. I don't know where, is that like a goofy voice? I honestly don't know. Asmodan, please don't hit me from that far. I don't like that. Please don't hit me with your Q at all, ever, actually. I would appreciate that. So yeah, you see we were pretty much at really, really low health just a couple of seconds ago, but with our passive and of course Malfurion healing us up, we're going to be able to get to near full health and almost half mana at this point. Looks like Thrall being a little bit too aggressive there, Thrall, for a change. That's a nice change of pace, as I am tossing out the Sundering. Once again, a terrible Sundering on my part. Oh my goodness, the Sunderings are not going well this game, but at least we are able to throw that stun out on Asmodan, and oh man, my voice just got really scratchy, but whoa, I didn't even look at what? I mean, I did look at my health, but I didn't have my coffee yet, guys. That's the problem. I really need to go get some coffee after this game. It's really early in the morning, and this is my first recording of the day, so excuse me for all of these slip-ups, but yeah. So we're going to take down this tower. That's really good. That kind of evens up the playing field. However, they do have minions attacking our core right now, so we're going to have to back up and pretty much defend, get ready for the mines as they come up right now. So we're going to have to head back into the mines, and hopefully this Nazeebo isn't able to take our team down. However, Asmodan throwing out a really good ult on my team, pretty much stopping them from using their mounts, getting off their mounts. One of my teammates, or two of my teammates rather, having to go back and defend. Good play on my team's part. I would say that one would be enough, but if they want to go two, that's fine. So the level 20 skill we're going to be taking up is Nexus Blades, which deals 20% extra damage on basic attacks. Obviously, Thrall is a basic attack heavy character, so we're going to get a lot of value out of that. Going to toss out my Sundering to not only help my team, but hopefully help myself escape. It looks like my team is coming in hot, so I'm going to help them chase these guys down with my Windfury. However, I am slowed currently. Zagara, or why do I keep saying Zagara for that girl that I can't even think of her name? I don't know, but we did get the kill anyway, and Tassadar almost able to escape. I really don't want to let this Tassadar escape. Chase her down with my mount, and then Windfury plus, so the combination of the damage and speed boost from Windfury makes it just such a good skill once you trade into it. Nazeebo trying to get away. Where do you think you're going, pal? Throw a stun out on her, the Feral Spirit, as she tosses out the zombies and the Gargantuan, which is doing a lot of damage. I don't know why we're focusing that down. It's on a timer. You see that bar under the health bar is actually the timer. So Thrall is coming in from the top over here. So I'm going to have to back away just because I'm so low this time. Actually so low from health. So I'm going to defend, and that is perfectly fine considering there are some minions approaching our core anyway. So it's not like my work will go to waste. Maybe I will be able to come in here in time to help get that golem down, but I don't think so. Wow, Malfurion just died. Okay, that is unfortunate. So it looks like we are going to have to head into the camp unless potentially... Oh, okay, this is why I kept saying Zagara for Kerrigan. Yeah, that's who it is. I don't know why I said it for Kerrigan, but... So Zagara has pretty good siege damage. She probably can take that out as she's going to, but I do think she's going to be super low and obviously having to go back after that. Sylvanas just locking down all these camps, and we did get seen by the Sightstone over here, this left one, so that is unfortunate. I shouldn't have showed. Poor play on my part, but it is what it is. Gonna have to throw out a stun and capture these. Okay, so at least we got this captured, and we should just back up here considering we are at a little bit disadvantageous position here, and Asmodan is chasing us down. Sylvanas really wants that Vision Stone. Vision, I don't even know what the proper name for that thing is. I just pretty much just make up a new name for it every time. But yeah, the Vision War, Vision Stone, Vision Quest, I don't know, whatever it is, whatever. The little thing that lets you see. That's what we're gonna call it from now on. So okay, so just taking out all these guys. Okay, that right there was the thing that gives us extra damage on the third strike. So we're gonna have to fight this golem to keep our core alive as he is just going absolutely hamburger on our core, almost depleting our shields entirely. Might have to throw out a Sundering, but I don't really want to waste it considering it is on a pretty hefty cooldown, 70 seconds. I would say we are probably most likely gonna get in a fight before then. So there are times when you want to use your ultimate a little bit less sparingly, and you know, you just want to use it for a golem or whatever it is, and depending on, of course, the situation, you don't always have to use it for team fights. If it's on a low enough cooldown, you think you'll have time before you need it for a player versus player engagement or whatever it is. You know, maybe your ultimate isn't even for player versus player. So it really all depends on the situation. Just what I'm trying to say is make sure you're using your ultimate when it's up. Don't just save it forever. So looks like the teams are going in a back and forth. We are at a 4 versus 5 right now because Zagara is not with us yet. So very weird ultimate by Arthas. He didn't even use it like towards them. But it is what it is. You know, I've had some weird ultimates this game. So I'm going to toss out my Sundering just to kind of give my team a little bit of room to breathe. Thrall getting a little bit aggressive. We might be able to do something on him, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink, wink. I don't even know what I'm saying. Toss out a Feral Spirit on him. It's going to miss. But we are in a kind of standoff right now. Pretty much both teams going back and forth poking, but we do have Malfurion, which is a very good sustain heavy character. However, they also do have a very good push heavy comp as they are doing tons of damage to my team. They are able to take out my team's Sylvanas, who will come out come up in 60 seconds. So that is a really long cooldown. Obviously, as the game goes on, it takes longer for people to come up, and so it's very, very important to try to stay alive, especially towards those later portions of the game. Malfurion escaping with a 0.6 health, and it looks like they are going to make a push for the core, so I'm going to have to try to stay alive. Zagara with the good maw to protect the core this time, unlike the time with that boss right there. But yeah, so we are... Oh, the earthquake coming out from the enemy Thrall, slowing us, but I don't think that was the best ultimate in my opinion. But you know, he did do a good job protecting his team. If that's what he's trying to do, then obviously it was a good thing, and it slowed us into getting into the mine. So actually, I would say that it was okay. If you want to win, then we could do that. If you want to follow up, well, Sylvanas called the win, push for win, and we're going to try to base race these guys. So I don't think it's a bad decision considering we do have 4 people up. Sylvanas coming up. They are in the mines now. They are going to know we're here because they saw us right here, and this is super risky play. We're pretty much just going all in. This is all or nothing right here, but I do think that we do have a little bit of an advantage here, so I'm going to just risk it, and as we are getting the ult from Arthas and stuff like that. So good call on Sylvanas to go for the push for a win, and there we go. We're just able to take out the core really easy. So good job, guys. You don't get greedy in the mines. You don't want to play too safe when you have your core exposed. So note for next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this build. If you want, yeah, I'll put the build in the description below. So yeah, look out for that. And with that said, thanks for watching. Peace!